do. Hey guys, thanks for the likes. All right, so we are going to, whoops, poor kitty. Yeah, we're going to do some work on the flying fox. Okay. I've got my pattern for the body. I think I'm going to do that. So, all right. Hey, mate, what's going on? That'll do. So using this rusty coloured fur to do the neck for the flying fox. Two. Just making it up. Right, so cut it out. So this will attach to the grey that I'm going to use. It's a nice colour to do the neck. So when I'm cutting the fur, I'm just sort of inserting my scissors in between like this backing and the pile so I don't cut the length off it. So I like to use small scissors for that. I don't like the big fabric scissors. They're too clunky. Alright, that's that. Yeah, it does. It's really nice. I haven't got much left of it, unfortunately. So I didn't even know where it came from. But yeah, it's probably like a little bit too dark for a fox. But it'll work. But it's like perfect for the flying fox neck. So they'll be part of the neck. I always cut them a little bit larger too. This one's, it's always hard making the flying foxes, like sewing it all together. It's really hard on the fingers. Okay. So I'm basically mirrored both the shapes. So I've got two necks. I'm just going to get all the excess off. Make sure it fits properly. think I just hand sew this one. I used to do a little bit of this on the sewing machine, but whatever. I can't be bothered setting it up. What am I making now? So I'm just doing the fur bits for the flying fox. This one here. Let's measure, make sure it's going to sit right. So these little claws should be dry now, which they are. So this will sort of fit up against the neck here, which should be good enough. And this on the other side. So it sort of, yeah. So it sort of looks like that. It's a perfect colour. But I'll cut out the rest of it, the grey part. Okay, so this is the fur that I'm going to be using for the grey part. Also not much of this left, but it's really similar. It's almost exactly the same. I mean, they come in so many different colour variations anyway. Like they have some really dark black ones, and they have, you know, these light grey ones. So I'm just trying to find which direction the pile is going before I start cutting anything out. See what the best way I might leave that. Might be able to get away with that. Let's see. So this is kind of like a weird off-cut shape. I don't quite know if the pattern's going to fit. I don't think so. Yeah. All right. Find a longer bit. So let's just go on this end. Okay, so the pile for this one is going that direction. So always got to note where that's going before you cut anything out. So I want the pile to go down the body, not anywhere else. Kitty cat's getting moved away. All right, so, and then for the arms, I'm only doing like a small section of the arms just to cover where like the fur stops. So I'll make that a bit longer. Probably go to about there. Okay. Totally unconventional way of making patterns, but you know, whatever. That's what I do. I'll just cut that to the end, and I always just add a little bit of a lip here for some seam allowance, so I have something to attach the rust color to. Sorry, did you do my cat? Is your cat a silver tabby British Shorthair? If so, can I see? You waved at Lenny Sank. Also for the barrel eye fish, I'm thinking of reusing a plastic. Good idea. Oh, nice. Good idea. Okay, that's one. Problem with using fur sometimes is it's just like so much wastage. What am I making? I'm doing a grey-headed flying fox. So I'm just cutting out the body. Oh my god, it's stuck. So I'm just cutting out like the fur from the main part of the body, but we've got the wings ready to go. And then that's pretty much almost done. So yeah. There we go. Thank you. Flying fox. Thanks for the follow. yeah, so I'm just basically doing the fur. So the fur is doing the grey part, which is really nice. Not much of it left, though. Unconventional way of drawing a body pattern. We just make it up. Yeah. Do the lip on here. All right. So what I want to do is make sure that this is going to fit before I cut it out. Thanks for the follow, guys. So I'm going to just fold that up in an awkward direction. Move Kitty for a minute. Now, before I cut it out, that'll sit there. All right, looking good. Probably going to need to cut it till about here. About there. That's looking good. The rust will go there. Looks good. So the wings are posable as well. So you can fold them in over on itself. So you can wrap it up like that. But yeah, so they're just a cotton fabric with a wire armature in it, so you can see all the bone structure in it. And yeah, it works really well. Okay. Scissors. So I'm going to start the legs. And sometimes it always takes a little bit of time to just cut this out back. So I don't want to cut the fur off it. Yep. I've added a seam allowance for this as well, so there's enough fabric to sew together. It just allows, a bit of a pinch on the fabric. It's a little bit bigger than what it's going to turn out like. And for this little section where the legs are, I'm just going to cut a couple of darts in there just so it has a little bit of give. So if you don't cut darts in it, then you're sort of limited to how far you can stretch that. So I'm just going to cut a little sort of star, if that makes sense, just to allow that bit of extra movement in the leg. And then, so I'm trying to get my blade in between again, not cutting the backing only. Of course, you get a little bit of, fallout. That's impossible to avoid. Just cut it here, I guess. Thank you for the follows, guys, and all the likes. Much appreciated. Thanks for the love heart as well. These scissors have had it. I need new scissors. I'm just persevering with them, They've got glue all over them. Poor things. They've been through some stuff over the years. So this is kind of like an old method that I used to do for the body. I don't really do it like this anymore, but it works really well for making flying foxes or bats because I have to sew the wing onto the body along here. Is this, yeah, it's for the bat, yeah. I'm just cutting out. It's all, glue's all dried. So, yeah, I thought, why not start working on the body? So that's basically a little person. All right, I just get all the excess hair off it. I find cleaning up the hair as you go really helps stop the mess because the hair gets everywhere Fur gets everywhere. Just happens. It's what it is. But yeah, this just sort of stops it from getting everywhere else, like all the fallout. So you get, all that fallout from that. So that's one person. I'll cut the other one out. Yeah. Start with the legs. I feel like this lot of dolls is taking less time than that last lot for some reason. I don't know why. What am I making? I'm making a flying fox art doll. You ate your dog's treats today? What was it? So it's my base for the flying fox art doll. So I'm basically doing the hair here, all the fur. Thank you. Yeah, so I'd like to get this done. I haven't made a flying fox in a long time, so the last bat I made was a Jamaican fruit bat for the Vancouver Aquarium. I want to make like a little micro bat. I think it'd be cute. Thanks for the follow. Or a vampire bat. But the micro bats are really cute. Disease-free bats. Yeah. Woo! I had I originally had the hammerhead bat. So I got an Etsy, right? I started off on Etsy. And then I stopped using Etsy because their fees are just astronomically ridiculous. But I still use them for advertising. Microbat will be, yeah, totally will. This bat is it's already found a home. It's for a bat rescue here. So they're going to use it they have run the educational programs for kids and stuff. So they wanted a bat to be able to, touch. But thanks for the roses. But I am making another one for Halloween. So this will be a Halloween one. So there is another one coming up. I have to do all the feet and stuff. But I'm thinking they'll probably be like $480 US. I think I had them at. So I think that I can't remember what that is in Australian. But yeah, I'm thinking that this one will be the same color, maybe. But yeah, I want to do a couple of dolls for my Halloween dolls. So one bat, and I haven't sort of thought for the rest of them. Yeah. You can't have a Halloween collection without a bat, I think. I do have this little wooden coffin that I got. No problem. Send me a message. I'm happy to, if you really do want one, I'm happy to make this into a commission and I'll just do another cast. So if you, just shoot me a message. If you're from the States, are you from the States though? Just be aware that all of the postage has been suspended there for the minute because they haven't sorted out what they're doing with their tariffs. So, yeah. I don't know if you're from the States or not, though. It's so annoying. Like 95% of my sales are from the States. And that's cool. The bats are a little bit cheaper because they're a resin cast. So I normally sculpt pieces. So the resin doesn't take as long to cast. Oh, thank you. I am doing the body for the flying fox doll. That's exciting. It's moving along quickly. It's just the sewing that's really time consuming. Tap, tap, tap. Should be okay though. I'm hopeful. I'll be positive this time. Okay. Ta-da! Cool. Okay, let's pin these together. Probably got enough for like 2 bat dolls maybe. Okay, got 1 body, 2 body, like little people. And yeah, so this will be the rust-colored neck. Let's bring our kitty cat back to say hello. Okay. So basically you're going to pin this together. Maybe I'll do it this side. Is that right? I'm going to use a ladder stitch to close it. I think I pin it this side. Just unpin it if not. Yeah, so when I use the ladder stitch, I'll close it. I usually run this through the sewing machine, but I can't be bothered. So that'll be body basically. No problem. I do offer payment plans, so I'm super flexible with them. Someone's doing the payment plan for the elephant at the moment, and another doll, which is a rabbit. And they just send me a message when they're ready, and then off we go. Poopy cat, that's it. I'll be sad when Poopy cat finds a home. Okay. So that's going to sit. I have to clean up, you know, the edges of the wings when I get closer to sewing them up. But basically, that's going to be like that. Kind of like that. I'll trim everything. Obviously, that's too long, but I'll give it a trim when it's closer to. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've sort of thinking about the next lot of action cats. I'm thinking what I want to do. I'm going to do an orange one, but I'm not sure what like mood. I think an angry one. What am I looking for? Thank you. Movable. Yeah, their wings are movable. I can show you. They've got so I've constructed it with a wire armature inside, so you can sort of see that becomes the bone structure. So I've used the thicker one here, and the thinner wires here to create that bone structure, and the little finger toes like gently movable. But yeah, you can sort of wrap them around on each other as well. So you can have like a little hanging back, you know. I've curled the toes around so they can sort of grip onto things. You just have to, you know, bend them in place. But yeah, they are posable. You know, you can bend them all the way in as well. Yeah, fully posable. What are you looking at? Yeah, thanks. So I do the same thing with my dragon wings as well, like my dragon dolls. They got the same deal. All right. So just going to attach this with a ladder stitch. I'm not a fan of sewing, hand sewing, any sort of sewing actually. So yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, a rescue. That's right. How did I get into it? I just sort of evolved into it, if that makes sense. I've always sculpted since I was a kid. I've always been into sculpting. And then I sort of started making like a plush body, like a teddy bear sort of pattern that I put like a clay face on. And then, yeah, just started adding an armature. Then it sort of just evolved from there. It's a poopy cat. But yes, a lot of people think it's angry. I'm thinking the orange cat that I'm going to do is going to be an angry cat. Because apparently that's what orange cats are. I'll leave him here so we can see. Apparently orange cats are something else. I've never had one before, so. This one was originally meant to be orange, but I just wasn't feeling orange vibes from it. I just have this vision of a silver tabby. Thank you. I try and make cool things. I've got heaps of other dolls in the background as well. I generally make realistic animals. Fakeodermy. But yeah, sometimes I do fantasy stuff. I'm doing what's the biggest? I made if you watch Game of Thrones, Drogon. I made a Drogon art doll many years ago, which I need to revisit to fix. I'm going to redo the body, but he was really big. I think it's a 1/12 scale. So it was really big doll. You used to have, she was chaos. Have I done, yes, I have done foxes. I don't have any available. They're all sold, but I have done plenty of foxes. I do need to do a new one. It's been a long time since I've made a fox. But yeah, made heaps of those. You have a white cat with a bit of orange. Well, I think any bit of orange influences the DNA. I would love to see I have done, I did kind of a marbled, but it was white, really, with a little bit of black on it. But yeah, I definitely like those types of colours. You have 4 cats? I have 1. I have a Burmese. She's very pretentious. And calculated. Big cat lover. I've done most of the big cats. I just finished 2 lions, a male and a female. I just finished 2 of those. But yeah, my favourite's a tiger. Yeah, I'm a big cat. I like big cats too. I've done most of them, all of them. I haven't done a clouded leopard yet. That's on the list. And I haven't done any like medium-sized big cats, like the ocelot and lynx, caracal. No, I don't have one of her. I made one of my previous cat, like similar, not exactly the same. I did a Zoomies cat with the Zoomies face. And I made that one a Burmese. A cloud. Yeah, I haven't done one yet. I made a regular jaguar and a black jaguar. But yeah, I need to get on the clouded leopard. Golden tiger is the next one though. I know so many people think it's taxidermy. It's too little. Too little. That's a tiny cat. Yeah, and then I did the yawning Siamese as well. So yeah, I need to do an orange cat because a lot of people asked for an orange cat last time, and I went against the better judgment. Yeah. So the body is a polyfill, so it's kind of like a plush, so it's nice and squishy. But yeah, it does have an armature in it, so you can pose it in all sorts of different ways as well. So, legs are movable. But yeah, it's, nice fake fur. So yeah, it's completely soft. Softer than a real kitty. But yeah, it's got a ball and socket armature inside, so you know you can pose it in a pooping position, like so, like that. Yeah, yeah. So they sort of, this is an elephant that I'm working on for someone. So it's going to be a baby Asian elephant. So that's what it looks like on the inside. So the head is sculpted. This looks a bit weird now because I'm going to do posable ears and obviously the posable trunk. So yeah, that's basically what it looks like. A crazy climbing cat. You reckon that's orange vibes? I was going to do angry orange, like Garfield. Maybe I'll just make Garfield. I'll make a little lasagna sheet. Grumpy orange cat with a lasagna sheet. Good idea. No, I don't want to know a secret, actually. You should keep your secret to yourself. Because I reckon I know the answer. Okay, so that is sewed together. I reckon I know where that secret leads. Okay. So that's one body. Obviously, I'm going to trim the legs. You know what? I forgot to cut that. Give that a little bit of darts in there just so they move. I guess it's not a very good secret. Okay, so that's one body. And just sew this next one. That scared me for a sec. What am I making? Sorry, I'm doing the, it's called a grey-headed flying fox. So that's the stage that we're at now. So I'm just basically doing the fur part for it. So it's going to look like that with a bit of cleanup. But yeah, that's it. I should do make a Burmese for me, the Burmese lady. I definitely would. Send me a message if you're interested in that. I can show you my Burmese that I did make. It's a chalky one. I had a chocolate one before this one. This one's a brown. So where's my thread? Yeah. Yeah, I've got a brown now. She's a subpar cat compared to my last cat. She was like my favorite, the best soul cat ever. As mean as that sounds. You want to see the Burmese? Okay, I'll show you. All right, I've got the Siamese one here too. So this is the Zoomies Burmese. So she's a chocolate. So I've got the amber eyes, that one. But yeah, it's kind of a fuzzy tail. Poser, a bit of pose. I had her doing like a Zoomies pose. But yeah, sort of tried to get the body into like a Zoomies sort of position. But yeah, that's my Zoomies Burmese. So I airbrushed the browns onto it, basically, onto the head. But yeah, that's her little face. I tried to capture it. Well, they're so similar, right? I do like Bombays though. You can't go wrong. They are Burmese. They're just black. And then I was going to show you. This is the third one in that whole set. This is the yawning Siamese. So Siamese kitten. I saw Blue Point Siamese kitten, so I did all the sculpting inside the head. So you can see all the details in there, the teeth and stuff. It looks just like they are Blue Point. Just a little kitten. When I sculpted it, I was like, oh, it just looks exactly like a kitten. But yeah, you can pose it in all sorts of different ways. I just have her laying down, sort of like that. I sculpted it. It's all sculpted. So I basically, I don't know if I can get a good angle on it. So I basically coloured some Sculpey Original to get this custom sort of gum colour. Same with the tongue. You can't quite get the light in there. But yeah, and then I sculpted the little teeth up there. So it's all sculpted. The rolled armatures come in a roll. So this is a small one. So I get mine from the wholesaler. They're quite expensive, I think. So you need to spend $500 US at the wholesaler. And I think a roll, I can't remember. They must have changed their prices, but yeah. Is that fake or real? It's fake fur. It's all fake fur. Airbrushed all this. I only use fake stuff. It's all fake. Yeah, it's quite expensive. But yeah, it's hard to get to. Anyway, that's the 3 dolls, 3 cat dolls. But yeah, there's lots of other dolls I've got laying around as well. But yeah, I'm thinking the next lot of cats. The next lot of cats, I've actually written it down. So I'm going to do one licking. I'm going to do, yeah, spewing, licking, and sneezing, I think are the 3. So someone wanted the spewing one. Fakeodermy. Yeah, someone suggested very heavily to do a spewing one. So I'm like, perfect, why not? So I guess I'll make some fake spew to go with it. I'm also making one more medieval cat. So I've also made medieval cats because why not? They can't get enough of making cats. Yeah, I think they were saying the armature's expensive, which they are. Someone's having a good time outside. Yeah, materials are just so expensive these days. But I'm also working on a leopard gecko, so I'm sort of in the middle of sculpting the details for it because I'm trying to add a reptile to each piece. So this is a leopard gecko. So I'm going to do, I think the colouring that I'm going to do is like the yellow with the actual like leopard spots. But yeah, that's the little leopard gecko. So I'm in the process of doing this scale work, and also a Japanese dragon. So I've done the lower jaw for it so far. Not completely finished, but that's going to be the lower half of it. So the head's obviously going to sit here. So I want it a little bit further out. Yeah, you know, a couple of projects on the go. I did want to sculpt a golden tiger too, but I don't know that I'm going to get around to that at the same time. We'll see. I like to have a couple of things going at the one time. Okay. What's going on here? So I'll just go with the ladder stitch. So this is a quite thick thread. It's an upholstery thread. So I find using the upholstery thread on the flying foxes are a little bit easier to get it the tension. But I think I'll have to bandage my finger for this sewing because I always end up with a blister when I do these flying foxes. So that's cool. Yeah. And then I think with the next lot, I'm going to concentrate on doing some Halloween dolls. And yeah, I think I did concentrate on the Halloween dolls because that's obviously coming up really quickly. It's like a month away. So yeah, I don't know. Should I do like a vampire cat? A vampire cat. I don't know what to do. A cat in a crappy ghost outfit. What else? Something pumpkin-esque. I don't know. What's a Halloween animal? Something with a skeleton? A mummy. Ooh, what about a mummy cat? Could wrap the cat up in like a mummy. A mummy cat? Mummy cat or crappy ghost cat? I did a raccoon. It's still like, I still think about that raccoon. But the raccoon was sticking its tongue out, and I made like a crappy ghost costume out of literally a pillowcase because I wanted it to be crap. And like I cut a little hole out for the tongue and stuff. I thought it was really cute. I still think about that one. That would be cool. Mummy cat. Yeah, I feel like you're limited with the type of animals to use for the Halloween dolls. Maybe I make a Jason Voorhees figure. Mummy cat. Don't know what type of cat to do. Obviously a black one, right? Black one with orange eyes. Is that too obvious? They're just art dolls. They're all fake. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever touch taxidermy. Not that saying that it's not good, not like a good art form. It's just not particularly interested in like real body parts, like skin, learning how to tan. Nah. Gutting them. No. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I can't say I'm really interested in that. And the bugs, you have to learn how to like not get them infected with bugs. Okay. So just tie this off. But I like sculpting. That's my thing. That's what I like doing. Okay. Cat. Also cat. 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 Thanks, Blossomhead. Welcome. We're doing some flying fox stuff. So, okay. Now, let's pin this together. We're going to have to move Kitty Cat because he's in the way for the minute. Even though Kitty Cats bring the milkshake to the yard. All right, so what I'm going to do is pin this guy together. Now, this one can be tricky because the wing sort of starts just before. So if you look at the reference images to where the wing sort of starts, and you've got to start sewing it into the body. What I'll do is I'm going to pin, stretch that out. So I'll have to trim all of this because obviously the wing doesn't start at the top of the head. So I'll need to just get everything level, make sure it's sitting okay, and sort of straighten that up. So basically, we want the arms to sort of sit here along where that joint is. So I'm going to pin this in place. So that'll be like a base. pin it in place so I can grab it. All right, pin that. And then this one. Okay. So that's like the base of where I want that to sit. I can always trim that. So the wings, let me find an open one. So the wings sort of start kind of here where this arm is. So what I'll do is I'll trim that to here, so it has something to sew it to. So all of that will be trimmed off. Sorry, I missed all your comments. Thanks for the follows, guys. Yeah, it is a flying fox, the grey-headed one. I will take commissions for it. So if you're interested, you've been mouse hunting. Why is this like house hunting? Mouse hunting. Yikes. Yeah, it's a grey-headed one. Look. Were you successful with your mouse hunting? Mouse hunting. All right, so you want, so basically that's going to have to go here. So I'm going to trim that off. Love the fruit bat. Yeah, I like a fruit bat too. So the end of that sort of stops where the foot begins. So I'm just going to trim this. Right there. And I'm going to trim that excess off here. I'll pin this together. So what I'm basically going to do is sew the wing onto this part of the body. It caught it in a Pringles tube. Nice one. I'm impressed. So basically when I sew these, I've got 3 layers of fabric to go through, and yeah, that's why it's hard on the fingers. All right, so I'm going to cut that here. Your go-to mouse hunting tool. It's not bad. I'm surprised. I'm impressed you got that close and it didn't just like do that weird hopping thing. All right. I've left it a little bit longer just in case. Just in case. That's that side. What was my most expensive piece? Probably I think the Demiguise, if you've seen Fantastic Beasts, you know how they got the Demiguise character. So I made 3 of those, but they're life-sized, like toddler-sized. It's probably that one. I don't enjoy making them, so refrain. They're just too big. They're just a big doll and not fun. I don't enjoy it. Tie a string to it. So I think they were. I mean, most of my dolls are $5.80, so I think they were like $5.90, something like that. I mean, I should have charged more for them because it was just more work with those. One of them that I did, I put LEDs. The person wanted LEDs in the eyes, and I didn't really charge extra for that. So, which I probably should have, but you know, it was an experiment anyway, so I was happy to just do it. But yeah, things with like movable jaws, they take longer to make just because the process is obviously takes longer, all that sort of stuff. all that mumbo jumbo. All right, so that one should be good to go when we sew it together. So for the back, same deal. I do need to trim that actually. The back, I want to pin this here. Again, I want that base. I don't want where those leg arm bits move. If you want to join your group that you don't have a credit card, oh, that's okay. You don't need to send me anything. Just support is enough. Just your support is enough. Okay. So this will be, once this is sewn, this will be glued to the back of the head like that. So I'm going to pin the crotch area. Tap, yeah, exactly. I think the shares are what pushes it out the most. Okay. All right. And then hopefully I got the feet the right way. Let me look. I reckon I got the feet around the wrong way. I think they're supposed to be, yeah, that's supposed to be, I got the feet around the wrong way. That's the good thing about using, that's the good thing about using these ball and socket armatures. If you do a mistake like that, it just pops off. And you can pop it back on. No problemo. So 3. Of course we get 4 clipped off. Why not? Of course we do. Why wouldn't you? Okay, so basically these little thumb pieces need to sort of join up, link up with the breaking legs over here, that's it. The little thumb joint needs to link up with the, did I have it around the right way? No, around that way. Which way are these legs? I've made so many bats and I still get confused which way the legs go. Let's do, yeah, this way. Is that the way I had it? No, this way. Which way is this? I think they go backwards, right? It is the worst. I can't find like a good reference picture. Show me the feet. Okay, so this picture looks like this way. This picture looks this way. Okay, I was right. Just breaking legs. Oops. Get that on. Yep. Yeah, so this little thumb joint has to sort of match up with this little wing joint. So, yes, I do need to swap it. Okay. Okay. All right. Paint fingers. I like decorating, so So I reckon I'll need to trim these anyway. Just going to chop that bit off here. I've got enough. I'll trim it once it's all been sewn anyway. It always changes. Anyway. At least this will be, you know, sewn up, ready to go. Or ready to sewing. Okay. And I want to pin this together as well. Yay! Thanks for the likes, guys. 14K. Okay. So I will put some stuffing in there as well. But I'll sort of sew most of it up first and then I'll put the stuffing in. For this though, now I need to sort of follow this down here. Okay, I'll clean this up a little bit too. Ta-da. So that sort of, you know, is going to fit in a bit better here. So there won't be that mismatch there that you can see on that side. So that looks a bit better. And then I'll do the same on this side. So their wings don't come up to their it sort of starts here where the shoulder joint is. So I guess the second part is to try and make sure we're matching up properly on the other side. So make sure I'm not cutting anything. Okay. Coyote. Right. It's looking a bit better, like a flying fox. Looking cute. So basically that's ready for sewing. I'm just going to chuck this in the bin. Right. So I'll probably concentrate on doing some sewing on this tomorrow because there's no point starting. But what I would do want to do, leave that here. I just want to do a little bit of work on my leopard gecko. Let's get that one. Oh, thank y'all. So our leopard gecko. All right, so what basically, let me get my reference images. Oh, the little leopard gecko. Why I changed these. Gecko. Okay, so I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do the whole thing in these little clay balls. It's just too, I think it's too excessive. So I'm just going to roll off little bits. Don't know if anyone watches Rick and Morty. Little bits. That'll forever be a staple phrase for me. Yeah, so I'm going to do little tiny bits around the mouth, and they've got some prominent scales above their eyelid as well. So I'm going to put that on there. They seem to be just sort of sitting on there. You've never seen Rick and Morty? It's all right. It's changed now, but the first three seasons, recommend. Okay, just a couple up here, and then I'm just going to do the rest of the scales are kind of like a really, it's like an illusion, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm just going to do it around his brow there. You have to check it out. So let's start here. Make sure it's symmetrical. Is that a real cat? It doesn't look real. Tiny kitty. There. No, it's not. It's not art doll. That's what I make. It does look real. That's good. That's what we go for. No, it's fakeodermy. Fakeodermy. Thank you. Yeah, there's so many people. That's good though. That's what I like to hear, that it looks real. That's what we're going for. Thank you for the follow. I reckon one more. This is basically what they start out as, polymer clay. Little polymer clay head. And then I attach a whole body to it, and here we are. To sum it up, a quick summary. Okay. Let's do some more tiny little dots. I think I might skip the bottom ones and just do some, I guess, scales with the plastic. No problem. Thanks for hanging out. I should be on again tomorrow. Should. See what we can get done tomorrow. Right. I feel like these are too big, these little dots. Just do a little bit along here, not too much. Well, my cats don't. My cat just does not care. Like, it knows. She knows. She knows they're not real. Like, she's never even batted an eyelid at it. I'm pretty sure she's self-aware too, like a psycho. She's like a genuine psycho cat. Like, weird, self-aware cat. Put this on this side. Okay. How far did we go? Like, I reckon if you stuck a stick on her head and she looked in the mirror, she'd be like, who put that on there? All right, that'll do for that bit. Okay, get my little silicone tool. Maybe I should just use my brush that I was using. Why are you looking at him like that? He's doing a poop. It's a poopy cat. Oh. No kidding. My cat, I've got her litter box in our bathroom. And no word of a lie, she waits to do a poo until we're like at the most inconvenient of times, so that we can't change it, like we'll be in the shower or something. She waits. This is the the abuse that I live with. This cat abuse that I live with, forcing me to smell her poo. It's like like last night, she waited until like I was trying to dry my daughter after a shower. And I can't just leave her to get cold. She waited. She's a spiteful little cat. I swear she wakes up from her slumber as well, just when she hears us in the bathroom. She's the worst. Exactly. She does it on purpose. Like, I'm so used to it. That's her form of, that's her abuse of choice. And she's got like the stinkiest poo I've ever smelled come from a cat. Like since day one. I think she knows that. She is self-aware. Things we put up with, right? With cats. Like if that was a person, you'd never speak to them again. But here we are. Exactly. And here we are, taking it, putting up with it from a cat. That's why we love them, right? My weird rants. The weird thought processes that go on in my head sometimes. And they totally find like a carpet or a rug or something to spew on. Like they won't do it on a hardwood floor, right? They need to find something that absorbs. It's so true. Whoops. It's so true. They know it takes extra work to get it out of carpets and fabrics. Exactly. You would never speak to them. But here we are, willingly inviting them into our home, letting them run it, dictate what goes on in there. My other cat could do no wrong, though. She was a terrible hunter, too. This one's an assassin. There's no way I'd ever let her outside. She'd come home with like half the wildlife. Exactly. I've watched her do it. Oh no, we must make the carpet. Yeah, what's even worse is like when you catch them when they're just starting. When they're just starting. You pick them up to try and get to a easily cleanable surface. But you don't make it. I had that one a couple of months ago. I had salmonella poisoning, would you believe it? And my cat decided to come in my room while I was half dead and decided to just start spewing. And so, like, I found this energy from somewhere and I picked her up and, like, swung her around and it came out as I swung. Protest pooping. It came out as I swung her around. And it, like, just went everywhere. So it's a gamble every time. It's a gamble when you pull that move. Oh, dear. Why do we like them? Why? The more you talk about it, why are we subject this? Why are we willingly being subjected to this? Thoughts on a Saturday afternoon. I'm wondering if do I have a click pen somewhere? If I use the pen, it might be too circular. I just want to dint it though, you know? A click pen like this, just to use a circular, what that will look like. I think this one's too big actually. Might be okay actually. Just want to dint it. I don't want to fall. You can't really see it anyway. Let's see what that's like. Oh no. The mattress is the worst, right? I swear they're cows. I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. Let's see if this looks good enough. Yeah. Stinky protests. The spewy protests. And you have to like sleep in the mattress too. Like what if you just went up to them and took a shit in their bed? Is that acceptable? You do the same? Just peed on their bed while they're sleeping? Cop that. Maybe we should try it. See what happens. Document the process. Ways to get back at your cat, part 1. just walk past them and slap them. That would be considered animal abuse, right? But they can do it to us. Double standards. All right, just finish this bit and then I'll have to hop off for today. Okay. I'll finish this off tomorrow. I think it's looking good. A little bit of scale work. All right, so tomorrow what I'll do, I will finish, I'll do some sewing on the Flying Fox and then maybe try and finish this guy off. So that'll be good. Anyway, I'll be on again tomorrow about 12:30ish. Your Bengal was your shadow. Oh, that's cute. That's nice. All right, I'll be on again tomorrow, 12:30 till 2ish. So join me then. And yeah, I'll catch you later, YouTube.